Hi everybody, this is Andy. Welcome back to my channel. It is April the 6th, 2025. In this video, I want to show you how you can create a custom GPT and also have ChatGPT generate a custom output for you too. So if you look over here on the menu, you'll see all these little icons. I have a ChatGPT Plus subscription. So I have the ability to create a custom GPT, and what it is a predefined chat GPT with some of your latest data and also custom instructions. So this is the normal one, so chat GPT, and you see all the various models. But this is the one that I want to show you today, and it's called the Express Entry Calculator. So when you look at here, nothing really jumps out at you, right? So this is my own icon. This is my information. So let me show you the inside. So I click on the drop down and I click on Edit GPT. So you have your own set of custom instructions plus whatever other custom files for either knowledge or output. So let me show you the custom Excel file, and it's over here. So I've been using the same spreadsheet for the last few years, and over time I've had to tweak the formulas a little bit. So this is a format that I'm familiar with. So for example, and I'll just show you, everything's formula driven. So for example, if my applicant has an IELTS of 6 on reading, I know that the CLB is 7 and the CRS points are 17. Okay, so, and as a matter of fact, so you see these numbers, right? This should show you that they're formula driven. If I drop these to a 4, writing, listening, and speaking, I know the CRS points drops, and also the CLB values drop too. Okay, and have the same thing for a second language. So everything is formula driven. So just to show you. So these are the formulas driving it. In ChatGPT, you can actually tell ChatGPT to generate an Excel file for you. And it actually does a very good job of that, especially, for example, if you input enough data to calculate a CRS score, and you can actually tell it, put this into a spreadsheet for me. The thing is, it doesn't have any of these lookup values, any of these like formulas, and you also can't really rely on formatting consistency over and over again, because as the language models go, it's non-deterministic. You don't really know exactly how it's going to come out. So in this custom GPT, and let me just minimize this. Let me get rid of this floating icon. So in this custom GPT, I've uploaded that spreadsheet that I showed you here as a knowledge file. And I've also given it this lengthy set of instructions. So you see these instructions. And I'm going to just show you in Notepad what these instructions are, just so you know it's be a little more readable. So I tell it to use the knowledge file that I just showed you, get it ready for download. Assume all the data to be inserted in the ChatGPT tab. And what I mean by that is this tab here. And then use the information from the file, upload, and include any additional instructions in the prompt. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. I provided some background information too. ChatGPT, it had some issues reaching out to websites before, and it's a lot better now. So I tell it to use this as a scoring criteria, and then I tell it exactly where to output the data. So for example, A3 is the birth date, A4 is the highest level of education. I also tell it the second language. I give it information to put work experience inside a grid. I also tell it, for example, at the additional points information, and also spouse information. And then I tell it to automatically download the results. So in this example, I'm going to show you the file that I used. And again, with ChatGPT, because there's a high probability you're sending data over to their servers, and it could be used for training purposes, model training. You never want to use the person's real name. So this is fictitious here. I even changed the education. So I may you may want to obfuscate the university location, but you do need to uh, probably be a little more accurate when it comes to the education type. If especially if you extend this to like a P&P calculation too. The employment, you need to make sure you have the location and enough information for the knock code. Just to show you, the knock code, I tell it use column E for the job's 5-digit knock code. If the file does not have a knock code, use this website to obtain it. So far, this has been pretty accurate. This is part, to be honest, this is one of the things I would absolutely double check. Okay, so in this example, this is the employment history, and then I think scrolling down is, oh, where was that? Oh, sorry, I missed the the education was right above there. Okay, and it has the person's birth date and person language scoring. Odds are in a real resume, you wouldn't have this necessarily, but just for demonstration purposes, I put it inside here. And now I'll show you the prompt. Okay, so back on the screen, I will now put in the prompt, and I saved it down here. So here's the prompt, and this PDF file I'm going to upload. So again, inside this custom GPT is the Excel file I want ChatGPT to use as the format of the report for consistency. I've uploaded a PDF file of the sample resume. I also added additional information of this person's spouse, and you can see has a sibling, which is I think 15 points. I can't even remember now. Her husband's work experience, education, and language scoring. And now I'm going to run it. So it starts running. This output, I always want to show the data. What it's telling you that inside it's opening up the Excel file and it's getting ready to insert the data. So it's not, the speed isn't bad. It's actually pretty quick. The longest I've seen is maybe a minute. And you see it flickering. It's still outputting all the details. And oh, that's interesting. I just happened to scroll here. It interprets these knock codes to match this job title. Okay, and that's the workload. And here's the file. And I'm going to open it. And it's supposed to go in here. And there you go. So this is not quite the finished product yet, but now with these data fields, with the model that I have, where I was stuck last time is I tried to actually get all this data directly into the data input I have with this model. So all these yellow cells that I have all these, like for example, all these little drop-down values, right? And all the and I'll show you all the formulas that are tied to it. So it have all these various formulas, right? So, and what I try to do is I try to get it to insert the data right in there. The library that ChatGPT is using, I didn't really like the fact that I had these like predefined filters and the formulas tied to it. So that's why as of right now, I'm downloading the data onto this one file with the instructions from ChatGPT telling it exactly where to place it. The next step, as of right now, and I'm trying to improve this, is to like copy these values into the appropriate cell. So, for example, this is the name, the marital status, the language scoring, first and second language, the person's birth date, the education, and most importantly, this table that I have is what I use to calculate the work experience. So the equivalent of that in the instructions are here. So as of right now, what I would do is I would manually copy these fields into my model. Hopefully down the road, I can have it directly inserted, or even better yet, have a reference, cell reference from these cells in Excel and literally say equals, for example, equals this, like something like that. That'll be the next step. ChatGPT has some issues with that, but I'll see if I can find a workaround. Anyways, thank you for your attention. So again, in terms of workflow, you can use a custom GPT, have preset instructions, like so, and also like a preset file format. So this will streamline your workflow for an express entry calculation. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks. Bye.